Hello there everyone, it's King Sloth and welcome back to another military reaction video. Today I reacted to the first Medal of Honor ever recorded, and this is the story of John Chapman. He was a Air Force combat controller, got into the mountains and managed to get through an attack and get out alive, which in itself is crazy. It went out with a SEAL team to try and rescue a lost teammate, and you'll see him save the entire SEAL team and 18 members of a quick reaction force. So he'd saved about 20 people on his one to try and help out. But anyway, my name's Sloth. I was in the British Army for 7 years before transferring across to the Royal Air Force. Leave a like, comment and subscribe. More importantly, you just want to get into reaction, so let's get into it.
Chapman, a U.S. Air Force combat controller, and the SEALs are attempting to rescue their lost teammate.
Takugar Mountain.
You'll watch Chapman's heroic actions as he saves the lives of his entire SEAL team and then another 18 members of a quick reaction force,
Wow.
earning America's highest award, the Medal of Honor. Chapman and the SEALs exfil their MH-47 helicopter. John is the second individual to exit and immediately moves in the direction of the summit. He can be seen moving off to the right of the screen, alone.
So the wife of
The
his
team
team
is taking heavy fire from every direction, as indicated by the arrows, as Chapman begins engaging targets.
So they've almost got an all-round defense, and
You
it's
can see
just
spent cartridges ejecting from his M4. Chapman then begins closing with the enemy, forcing his way upslope in knee and thigh-deep snow.
Oh my god. So you're freezing
He
your
is
tits off.
constantly under fire as he does this. Chapman's team leader begins to close on Chapman, following his trail through the snow.
You can see people
The
coming
dark
out. I
mass
lose my
above
mind.
Chapman is a fortified bunker containing 2 enemy fighters, each armed with AK-47s, who are firing down on the team in the darkness. This bunker will come to be known as Bunker Number 1. To the
Imagine
left
getting
of the
told,
tree
"I know someone's
in
been
Bunker
left
1
behind.
is another grey mass. This
Get
is
up
a
here.
rock outcropping that came
You've
to
got
be
to get.
called
You've got to
the
get and
Boulder.
help him out. He's alive.
Between
We've got to
Bunker
get him.
1 and this boulder can be seen the body of slain SEAL Neil Roberts. The man Chapman and the others are
Oh,
attempting
he was
to recover.
dead. So bringing the body back. That's so fucking horrible.
Chapman, still alone and closest to the enemy, pauses to engage targets as his team leader follows him, but never actually catches up with him.
This dude's insane, man.
Chapman, on his own, now makes the decision to charge directly into the enemy bunker, despite withering point-blank fire.
Through the snow, getting shot at by
Chapman, now literally on
AKs,
top
into
of
a
the enemy,
bunker.
engages the 2 combatants and kills them, saving the lives of the remaining SEALs. He does this from a distance of no more than 10 feet.
Jesus
These
Christ.
actions by themselves earned him his first Medal of Honor. He then climbs into and takes control of the bunker. Having cleared the immediate threat, Chapman is then joined by his team leader in Bunker 1. You can then see Chapman and his team leader engaging the next bunker, known as Bunker 2, which is situated to the left edge of the
This is
screen.
crazy.
This bunker, manned by a handful
I'm
of
not sure if
Chechen
people there are
Uzbek
still
fighters,
injured, people
also
have came
contains a
off,
heavy
or they ain't
PKM
gonna play.
machine
There you go,
gun,
look. We've
hand
got the
grenades,
bunker. Fucking
and
get up
rocket-propelled
here.
grenades. John Chapman is shot twice at this time in the torso and collapses, incapacitated.
Oh my god. Must
You
be
are now looking at a
horrendous.
new angle, and at the left of the screen can be seen the 2-man fire team and team leader on top of the boulder. Just below it is Bunker 1 with the mortally wounded Chapman. One SEAL can be seen firing his modified
twice with an
M16 machine
AK.
gun from the hip into
That's
Bunker
ripped
2
to
on the right
pieces.
side of the
We're
screen
still alive and
until he is
fighting.
struck by grenade shrapnel and tumbles 10 feet off the top of the boulder, collapsing at the feet of his team leader, thus setting off a chain of events that would lead to the SEALs abandoning Chapman on the summit.
What?
The wounded SEAL and the team leader can be seen conferring about his injuries.
Assessing it.
Moments later, the SEALs decide to retreat from
they
the
weren't
summit
stopping when
because their
Chapman got
position
shot
is
twice.
untenable in the face of continued massive enemy
But dude gets
firepower.
a bit of
They can be
shrapnel in
seen
him and
moving
chucked
toward
off a
the right
boulder.
side of the screen and passing the body of Neil Roberts. Unfortunately, the SEALs do not pass John Chapman, who is above them and inside Bunker 1.
That's mad.
This angle shows 3 seals in a triangle. The larger black heat signature is a smoke grenade. Just to its left is a donkey and dead Al-Qaeda fighter killed by Chapman.
Well played, Chapman.
The steepness of the mountain can be seen as the seals begin to slide down the near sheer face.
Gotta get out. Is John still on the fucking bunker?
The team leader, desperate for relief and now with 2 wounded teammates, asks for uncontrolled airstrikes from an orbiting Air Force AC-130 gunship.
Oh my god.
The impacts you see are from 105mm howitzer rounds being fired onto the ridgetop in order to save the remaining SEALs. Because neither the SEALs nor gunship know Chapman is alive, he is experiencing these detonations from his position.
Holy fuck. This dude's like, I'm still alive and they're about to blow me up.
Chapman recovers and begins to engage the enemy.
It carries
Bunker 1
on.
is on the right side center of the screen and Bunker 2 to the left near the screen center. It will never be known what caused his incapacitation and recovery. Of the 2 rounds that originally wounded him, at least 1 was mortal, and at this time he is experiencing severe blood loss.
I think it's more, you're on the side of a mountain and it's more like, okay, I can still move. If I'm going to die on this mountain, I'm going to take as many of these pricks with me. That's going through his head. He's going to fight and hopefully get out.
Despite that, he begins his one-man stand against 24 enemy combatants.
Holy fuck.
During this time, Chapman initiates a series of radio calls, many of which are heard by a fellow combat controller and teammate of his and Delta Force operators on a nearby summit. Despite this combat controller's replies, Chapman never acknowledges whether because of damage to his equipment or himself will never be known.
Oh god.
This new angle and footage shows Chapman at the top, identified by the green dot under the tree at Bunker 1. The lower center of the screen shows the first enemy fighter who is about to charge Chapman in the hopes of killing the American. The timestamp at the bottom shows it is now 6:05 in the morning and fully light. He's been fighting alone now for 40 plus minutes and has received more gunshot and shrapnel wounds as a result of the fierce combat.
Oh my god, this dude's still
scene shows
fighting
the
after
second
everything.
of several enemy charges. In this stunning display of determination and courage, Chapman can be seen fighting hand-to-hand with the fighter. In the larger screen display can be seen additional enemy moving on to the summit.
Holy
But right
fuck.
now, John Chapman is fighting for his life. 6 minutes later, in this new shot, Chapman can hear another helicopter approaching the summit. He is in the bottom center of the screen
That is
underneath
pure-
the tree and
pure
can be seen
panic.
in the magnified inset box
But there is no
as he
fight or
begins
flight
his
there.
desperate
It's,
final
I've been
stand
shot,
to
I
save
can't
the
run.
lives of the 18 men on the
I
helicopter.
can hold the fort. I can hold my position there for
The
as
red
long as I
dots are
can.
enemy fighters. John begins engaging the enemy in multiple directions and is rapidly approaching the last of his ammunition. The helicopter contains a quick reaction force comprised of
Horrible,
rangers,
man.
pararescuemen, and
Think
another
of this
combat
dude's going
controller.
for it.
It is now 6:13 and the helicopter
I
is
mean,
short.
he brought out the best of the best with him to help him out. He got shot twice. Lay down, what the fuck. They saw one of their lads got hit with shrapnel. They've dipped. And now it's John Chapman. Woke up being like, fucking, what's going on? They've all left him on the fucking summit.
Final. The enemy is desperately trying to displace Chapman so they can put heavy weapons or rocket-propelled grenades in Bunker 1 while simultaneously engaging the helicopter. With the choice to save his life or the lives of his unknown comrades, Chapman makes the decision to climb out of the bunker and begin firing in multiple directions as can be seen in the inset.
Oh my god.
Suffering from
This
as many
dude's
as
just
a
trying to hit
dozen wounds,
anything.
Chapman is in fact already in the process of dying. As he fights, the helicopter is struck by a rocket-propelled grenade and makes a remarkable controlled crash just below Chapman and the summit. Chapman, now off-screen, continues to cover his comrades as they pour out of the stricken helicopter. Some of them
Oh my
are
God.
fatally shot as they exit.
This dude's
These
still
images,
fighting.
with Chapman fighting the enemy at close quarter, are the last to show him alive and in this heroic act, thus qualifying for his second Medal of Honor. Ultimately, Chapman would expend all but the last few rounds of his ammunition, until, finally, after 16 bullet and shrapnel wounds, Chapman succumbs when he is shot through the heart.
Oh my
We will
god.
never know his final thoughts or words, but what we do know is His decisions and actions single-handedly saved the lives of 23 comrades.
That is crazy. That's horrible. That's horrible, man. This dude went to go out for a rescue mission. Went to rescue someone's body who's already weren't sure if he's dead or alive. They've got there, he's already dead. They then start getting attacked. He's fired back. He's done everything he can. He's been hit twice with AKs. Drops to the floor. The SEALs are carried on fighting. One of their lads got hit with some shrapnel. And then they dipped over the top of John and the other bloke who they went to there to rescue because he was already dead. I'm guessing they assumed that John was dead as well at that point. So got out of Dodge. Weren't sure how many enemy forces, I'm guessing they were there. God, I could not imagine that bloke's thoughts. Going through his mind being like, okay, no one's coming to help. This is my choice here. I've got to either fight or I'm going to be tortured and killed anyway. I would rather, if it was me, I'd still rather fight. If you know you're going to die, you've been shot twice with an AK in the stomach and you know there's not going to be a medical help, you fight till your last bullet and then you do yourself. But in reality, this dude was fighting everything. When that helicopter came down, which was like his help, he's like, oh my god, I might get some help. And hit with an RPG. That's, I think at that point, it's like, yeah, this is me. This is where it ends. But the amount of bravery to see this helicopter come down, and rather than be like, oh, I'm just gonna fucking lie here and wait for them to catch up with me, he got out and put down suppressing fire on on the enemy so they could get out and get into safe positions to try and help him. But horrible. So rest in peace to John Chapman. Saved 24 people in reality. All in the knowledge of he's going to help someone. Oh my god. Why do you want me to react to this sort of stuff? Like, it's proper. It hurts. It hurts. I know people in the military who have died. You always think, what was their last thought? Yeah, but it's been King Sloth. Jesus Christ, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.